I tested the performance of 8 different powdered oxygen bleaches to find out which one is worth your money, and here are the results. The best? OxiClean White Revive and Vanish Oxi Action. Mid-tier, regular Vanish, regular OxiClean, Kirkland, and straight up sodium percarbonate, which I use as a control. And you can skip Charlie's Soap Oxygen Bleach and WholeFoods. I hate when creators gatekeep the results of their experiment, so there you go. You can leave now. But if you're curious to see how I went about testing this, details of my experiment, and want to support me as a creator by helping my watch time, feel free to stick around. Before we begin, some very brief important context. What is this stuff? Powdered oxygen bleach is also known as non-chlorine bleach or color-safe bleach. The liquid form of it is hydrogen peroxide. In my opinion, oxygen bleach is the second most important product in your laundry room after detergent because it's extremely effective, inexpensive, easy to use, and lasts a while. So how do you use it? Well, there are 2 main ways when it comes to laundry. The easy, less effective way, add some to the drum of your machine and wash with a higher water temperature. The much more involved but more effective way is to soak your garments in hot water and mix in powdered oxygen bleach. Let it stew for a few hours, overnight is best, and then rewash. I believe in the soaking step after washing, but most brands tell you to do this before washing. While it goes against my cleaning religion, I'm going to follow the brand's directions here to follow best practices. So I'll give each of these products a chance to remove stains using both methods. Okay, but how do we do that objectively? To vastly oversimplify, stain some fabric, measure the color before cleaning, measure it after, apply some math, and then make the results easy to understand for all of you. But here are the details. I'll stain cotton swatches with 10 different stains. For this experiment, I chose stains that I know will react well to oxygen bleaching methods, and in order from top left to bottom right, they are tomato sauce, sriracha, mustard, kale, powdered turmeric mixed with olive oil, chili oil, red palm oil, waterproof mascara, lipstick, and foundation. Once stained, I wanted to make this really, really tough, so I tumble dried these swatches for a few hours. Then I brought them home and baked them. Hopefully, both of these processes really set the stains in. Now it's time to introduce the star of the show, my spectrometer. I'll measure the color of each stain before the experiment so we have our initial data points. Then I used each product in both cleaning methods. Here are some of the controls for those procedures. Process 1, Miele front-loading washing machine, hot water, same laundry load known as a ballast, 1 tablespoon of an average detergent, Amazon liquid in this case. Yes, you need to use detergent with these products for machine washing, and 2 tablespoons of the powdered product added to the drum before loading the clothes. Once the cycle is complete, air dry and measure the swatches. Second method controls 4 liters of hot water, 4-hour soak, 2 tablespoons of the powdered product, wash after on an express cycle with 1 tablespoon of Amazon liquid detergent, air dry, measure the swatches. After testing hundreds of laundry detergents, I've got this swatch testing method down pat by now, and if you're curious, it's not my procedure, it's the industry standard known as ASTM D4265, and just about every detergent company that takes their business seriously uses this to evaluate their products and competitor products. All that was left to do was measure the after results, slap it into a spreadsheet, and share it with you nerds. I say that lovingly. I already gave you the results at the start, but here they are again with a bit more detail. There were 3 main groups. The top tier, which removed about 55% of the stains, your mid-tier sitting at about 47%, and bottom tier is at 40%. Best 2 that you can get are OxiClean White Revive and Vanish Oxi Action. These are beasts. The main reason they stood apart from the rest of the field is the inclusion of fluoro brighteners and the way they granulate and mix their active ingredients. The midfield includes Kirkland, regular OxiClean, regular Vanish, and straight up sodium percarbonate, which is what us dry cleaners use by the barrelful. These were all wildly close to each other in variants, like plus or minus 0.5%, which I thought was pretty cool. All of these are very solid, and if you're using them, I think you should stick with it. I personally use the Kirkland and regular OxiClean, but I'll probably swap to the OxiClean White Revive. And your bottom tier losers are Charlie's Soap and WholeFoods. I'm not really surprised, as these are bare bones formulas that are weighed down with fillers. And I know, I absolutely miss some products, but this is a starting point. And since this is a standardized process, I can easily recreate this test whenever I want and expand the rankings, just like I do for laundry detergent. pointing at the board. For example, a lot of folks commented on my announcement post saying they wanted to see Dollar Tree, Molly Suds, and Blue Land. I promise you, I will get to those and update the list accordingly. To wrap this up, a word of advice: I highly recommend pre-treating a stain, washing it, and then using oxygen bleaching methods if needed. Because if a stain comes out in the wash, you didn't need to waste your time and materials using a product that wasn't necessary. And more importantly, removing the source of a stain first, then fixing the color, which is what oxygen bleach does through oxidation, makes way more sense to me. It's what we do as dry cleaners. I'm never gonna soak your wedding dress to whiten it before I've removed all the dirt at the hem, you know? And I like to think the data backed me up on this, as every single swatch performed better with the washing method over the soaking method. But I guarantee you that if I were to wash, then soak, the results would be insane. My last note is, and I say this because OxiClean asked me to share my story, is that I was extremely disappointed with OxiClean as a brand, because they declined to provide any helpful information to me when I asked them more about the science, specifically what makes each of these products different from one another. I really wanted to know what was in odor blasters that wasn't in regular, and why White Revive was so much better. I thought I deserved that much, as I believed I probably inadvertently sold thousands and thousands of products for them. But hey, profits over people, I guess. Anyways, I'll keep testing and providing reviews. I do this so you can be a more informed consumer, because I want you to look your best, feel confident in your clothes, and maybe save a buck or two in the process. Happy cleaning. I hope this helped.